Bankers who work as a banker in the day and stole millions in the night. Grant Evan, downtown Chicago. Evan Grant was known as a respectable banker, polite, calm, and always on time. He wore the same dark suit every day and never raised his voice to his clients. He was the kind of man you trusted with your life savings. But behind that clean reputation was a secret life that no one could imagine. For years, Evan had been moving small amounts of money, a few $100s here, 1,000 there, from dormant accounts into one he secretly controlled. He was careful, methodical, and never greedy enough to draw attention. At first, it was just to pay off a few debts. But soon, the thrill of getting away with it became an addiction. Then came Lydia Moore, a young accountant hired to audit the bank's old records. Lydia was sharp, quiet, and observant. Within weeks, she began to notice strange patterns, small transfers that didn't match any known client activity. When she brought it up to Evan, he smiled, assuring her it was just an old system error. But that night, Evan stayed at the bank long after everyone had gone home, deleting files and shifting money faster than ever before. Lydia, suspicious, returned early the next morning and caught Evan in the act, his computer open, transaction windows blinking. Shocked, she confronted him. Evan panicked. He begged her to stay quiet, promising her a cut of the money. But Lydia refused. Within minutes, security arrived, alerted by her silent alarm. Evan tried to run. He made it as far as the parking lot before the police surrounded him. The man who once managed millions now stood trembling beside his own car, wrists cuffed, his perfect life collapsing in front of flashing lights. At his trial, the judge said, "You stole not just money, Mr. Grant, but trust, the one thing no bank can ever replace." Evan was sentenced to 7 years in federal prison. Lydia was promoted for her integrity. And in the city where everyone thought they knew him, the banker who never missed a day at work was finally gone. Proof that sometimes the quietest people hide the loudest crimes. Number 2. Daniel Foster. Union Crest Bank in downtown Chicago. Daniel Foster was the kind of employee every manager wanted. Polite, dependable, and always the first to arrive. For 9 years, he handled customers' accounts, processed loans, and managed transfers without a single mistake. Everyone trusted Daniel. But behind that calm smile, Daniel was drowning. His wife had left, his debts were piling up, and his father's medical bills were growing every week. One night, while balancing the books, he noticed a flaw in the system, a dormant corporate account that hadn't been accessed in years. The company had closed down, and the balance, nearly $450,000, sat untouched. Temptation whispered. Daniel told himself it would just be a loan. He opened a small shell company, made fake documents, and slowly began transferring small amounts, never more than $5,000 at a time. For months, no one noticed. His life turned around. New car, new apartment, and even new confidence. But greed doesn't stop quietly. When Daniel grew bold and transferred $50,000 in one night, the bank's fraud system flagged the account. Internal investigators traced the money back to his shell company. The next morning, as Daniel arrived at work with his usual calm face and coffee in hand, 2 men in suits were waiting by his desk. "Daniel Foster?" one asked, flashing a badge. Within minutes, the quiet banker who once counted other people's money was in handcuffs. He later told police, "I wasn't trying to steal. I was just trying to survive." But survival had turned into crime, and the trust he built for 9 years vanished in one night. Please subscribe.